on the road.
Yeah.
And this is the final leg, officially.
I can't believe that.
I know.
We've come so far.
Yeah, and we are officially in Ontario now, so our entire last leg is in the province of Ontario, which will take us 3 days to get to Toronto.
Yeah.
Because that is how big this province is.
It was so big. You can literally drive for days and days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But we drove from Winnipeg this morning, and we passed by, like, the midpoint of Canada, like the very middle of Canada, which is just outside Winnipeg. So that was very cool. And then, yeah, we crossed into Ontario, and we still have a very long way to go.
We do. So we are just about to go through Kenora, which is kind of like lake country for Winnipeg. It's technically in Ontario, but it's I think it's a big destination for people who live in Winnipeg. They've got cottages.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the summer holiday spot. I think it's supposed to be really cute, so I'm excited to drive through that. And then onward to Thunder Bay tonight.
Yeah, so we've never done this leg before.
Yeah.
We've driven, like, after we do this, we'll have driven coast to coast in Canada before, from like Vancouver to Halifax, west coast to east coast. But we've never done this leg of Ontario. We've always dipped into the States and done it that way because it's a little bit faster. There are a few more options of places to stay and things like that. But I've always wanted to do this, and I've always wanted to see this part of Ontario. So we're finally doing it.
Seems like the proper thing to do on a Canadian road trip.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so it should be fun. We have basically 3 full days of driving in the car, and then we'll make it to Toronto. So we're going to take you along. And yeah, this first day, stopping in Kenora, and then I don't know there's much else kind of on the way to Thunder Bay. But tomorrow should be a really nice day driving like around the Great Lakes. And yeah, it's a part of the province that we've never seen before. So.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. So today on to Thunder Bay, and tomorrow Great Lakes. Well, it's a new day, and it wouldn't be a Canadian road trip without the stop at Timmy's. So here we are in the double drive-through line. There's 2, and it's pretty packed for like, I don't know, 11 a.m. on a whatever day it is.
Thursday. Yeah, Tim Hortons. It wouldn't be complete without a trip to Tim Hortons. A Canadian road trip. It's essential. And we figured going in Ontario, it's a very Ontario thing to do.
Yes.
We wouldn't typically go to Tim Hortons, not something we do regularly, so we've been looking at like what we can actually order.
And actually we've been pleasantly surprised because they didn't always have non-dairy milk.
Yeah.
And
they still don't have a ton of food options, but you can do like a bagel with peanut butter, which, you know, that's perfect for breakfast.
Yeah. But they do have 3 types of non-dairy milk now: soy, almond, and oat.
Yeah.
And we didn't realize this, but you can actually do non-dairy milk in the iced cap. And that's kind of like the Timmy's thing, I feel like, from like when we were growing up anyway.
Yeah, that was the thing for sure. And I never drink coffee. I get really jittery with caffeine, but I'm doing it out of principle.
Because you have
for the nostalgia factor, and hopefully it won't impact my day too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you can see how busy this line is. Oh my gosh.
Everyone needs their Tims.
Everyone needs their Tims.
Hi there, can I get 2 cinnamon raisin bagels with peanut butter, please? Oh, perfect. Can I get 2 iced caps, original iced caps with oat milk, please? Okay, thank you.
Are you going to pay? No, you're going to come out the window.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you. Okay, success. Time for our taste test.
I have to say, the last time I probably had one of these was like middle school, so, and it was just like dessert. So
a lot has changed because now they didn't have non-dairy milk the last time.
Yeah.
And now they've got paper straws. Things have evolved at Tim Hortons.
Oh yeah, paper straw. I better get going, otherwise my straw is going to disintegrate. Okay, that's exactly how I remember, and it's like pure
Is it
sugar.
really sweet? Is it good though?
I mean, yeah, like we probably could have shared one of these.
Right.
But that is pretty tasty for a sip or 2.
The fact that you can get, I don't know, that That's exciting to me. The fact that you can get that with non-dairy milk is...
That is exciting. Yeah, I didn't think you could get this one, so.
Oh yeah, that's exactly like it.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Sugar. All right, so little Tim Hortons history lesson for you. It's a very Canadian institution. We saw something about there being over 5,000 locations. So yeah, there's a lot of these places. Tim Horton was an NHL player from Ontario, and back in the 60s when NHL players didn't make the millions that they make now, he wanted to get into another business, so I think he decided to start a hamburger business, but him and his business partner decided to go into donuts instead. So,
it's a good idea.
Great idea, Timmy. Yeah, it went well. They opened up, I think, like 40. I did a lot of this research on the drive yesterday, if you're wondering. I don't just have this Tim Hortons knowledge just living in my brain.
All Canadians just know the full and entire history of Tim Hortons.
In grade 5, there's a course on Tim Hortons. The history of Canada.
Imagine.
Tim Hortons. Being from British Columbia, it is not as much ingrained into our culture as it is out here, and like basically the rest of the country.
When we moved to Ontario, I realized just like how big Tim Hortons is, and yeah, like how much it's part of like the culture of people's like daily lives. It's so big out here, so that's why we decided to go to Ontario.
Yeah, I think it was a must do. So I'm glad we did it.
Okay, well, it is our last driving day through Ontario, day 3, and we are like 6 hours away from Toronto.
So exciting! We're almost there.
Yeah, we're definitely a little tired and feeling. Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot of hours in the car, but we stayed in Sault Ste. Marie last night, which is on Lake Superior, which is actually really pretty. Lake Superior is really pretty.
Lake Superior is pretty.
Yeah, Sault Ste. Marie was nothing to write home about, but it was a place to sleep and lay our heads for the night.
Yeah, and we actually picked up some plant-based wings at Wacky Wings, which was a highlight of Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah.
Very fun that they had that as an option.
Yeah.
So now we're back on a single-lane highway, headed toward Toronto.
Yeah.
Well, this first part of the drive is definitely scenic because we're right along a river right now and going through lots of cute little towns. But then I think we'll probably lose our view as we kind of go inland and then down to Toronto.
Yeah.
But that's okay. This part's nice for now, so
yeah,
we'll go with that.
Yeah, and then this leg of the trip will officially be over. Most of the long driving will be over as well. We're gonna stay in Toronto for a bit, and then we have some other spots to go to from there. But our long driving days will be over after this, so
which I'm sure our car Betty will appreciate because she's been working hard. Especially dealing with all those bugs splatting on the front of the car.
Yeah, oh my gosh, so many bugs.
So we'll give her a nice car wash.
Yeah.
She'll have a spa day and then a rest.
Yeah. Yeah, other than that, I don't know how many updates we'll have for you, but we'll keep you posted if anything exciting happens. But it'll probably just be a whole lot of this.
Maybe we'll see a moose.
Maybe.